Paul, nice seeing you again. I haven't seen you since, what? Christmas? I was afraid you had changed coffee shops.
Tax season just finished. I don't get a chance to get out of the office much from January to May. You know the drill.
I remember those days. Well, come on over. Your coffee is on me today. Try these muffins. They are really good.
That sounds great. Oh, these are tasty. Wow, how do you get out of the office so much? You have an accounting practice too. I thought you would be tied to your desk like me.
Oh, I remember those days. Not leaving the office until well after dark and then being back again in the wee hours of the morning to get all the work out on time. I hated tax season. The money was good, but it was so hard to have any type of life. But then I modernized, and now I leave the office by 5:30 every night. Summers are 4-day work weeks too. I have less client churn and staff productivity is up 60%. We are loving it.
Don't tell me anymore. I hate you! Just kidding. Okay, tell me more, as this is the last tax season I can take like this. My family never saw me, and when they did, I was tired and grumpy. I wasn't sleeping at night, but I was so bone dead tired when I was at the office. Clients were unhappy since their work took so long. I just can't do it anymore. Ha ha ha, I am a little punchy right now. So how do you do it?
2 years ago, I said the same thing about tax season. I sat down with the staff and we did some brainstorming on how to make improvements. Then, we implemented them.
More details, please.
First, you need to take a look at what services you offer. You can't do everything for everyone while making a profit and keeping your sanity. What service lines do you offer, Paul?
Well, we offer a lot of services. Bookkeeping, payroll, corporate year-ends, personal and corporate taxes, consulting, state work, and a lot more.
Okay, take a look at your service lines and your clients. Do a little spreadsheet magic. Determine which of your services are not profitable and get rid of those. Outsource or just get rid of them. Which of your clients are the ones you really like to work with? Write a paragraph that describes this type of person. This is your client avatar, and you will want to target them later in the process. Remember the 80-20 rule? It works for clients too. 20% of your clients are taking up 80% of your time. I let my staff pick the bottom 20% of the clients, the ones they did not enjoy working with, the ones who were time wasters. If I dreaded the client when they called me, they were gone. Next, you want to document all the things you do for each of your service lines down to the tiniest of instructions. What computer programs do you use? What are the steps to complete the tasks needed to complete the service line? Who does what task and how long does it take? Who has what responsibilities and what are the handoff points as the job goes from person to person? Put all that info down on a spreadsheet as you will need it later. Next, what determines success for you and your staff? This is called a metric. You know the old saying of if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. Well, it is true. For the staff, they didn't want to do any more overtime. The partners wanted to grow. We needed to be more efficient with what we did. We had been looking for more staff for almost 6 months, and no one was even applying. It was so frustrating. By the end of the weekend, we set up some metrics to ensure we were actually headed in the right direction to make everyone happy. Next, we took the spreadsheet of all the steps and actually drew out all the processes on the board to see if there were efficiencies that could be found. And there were. If you think about it, how many times does your staff hand things back and forth?
Oh wow, I hadn't thought about it, but yeah, stuff bounces all over the office before it heads back to the client.
Any questions so far?
So many, but go on, as I think we need to have another conversation about this. Go on.
The clients noticed a difference right away as they had a single point of contact rather than talking to different staff for different things. The clients really liked that. The partners really liked it as it meant there were fewer balls dropped and they knew exactly who to talk to if there were questions or issues. Next, we found computer programs that allowed us to automate many of our processes. Very minimal staff time needed. Do you have any shoebox clients, Paul?
Oh yeah, lots. Their bookkeeping really ties up our staff time during tax season. I would love to have a solution for that.
Well, our shoebox clients are now automated. By the time we start tax season, much of it is already completed by the computer program. We can whip through the rest very quickly. As a plus, the client never has to worry about losing their receipts as there is a copy online. Now is the time to go back to that client listing you made earlier. Find those clients who have services you no longer want to do or those who are on your fire list. Get rid of them. With the clients you have left, really examine the prices you are charging and figure out what you are giving away for free. Remember your multiples. No other profession gives away services like accountants. You need to change that to ensure you are profitable. Use an automated pricing program to set your prices appropriately. But setting your pricing appropriately is another conversation. We found that even though we had fired over 20% of our clients, by the time we repriced all the freebies we were giving away, we were actually ahead of the game. And since pricing was now automated, anyone in the firm could quote a client based on what services they needed. I was no longer the bottleneck. The staff has really stepped up to this new system. They made some really great contributions to the changes we were looking to make. Since they were driving these changes, morale improved too. I had one staff member tell me that she had been looking to move somewhere else but decided to give these changes a chance, and now there was no way anyone could drag her away from our office. At the end of each week, we have a retrospective using the stop, start and continue methodology. We talk about what went badly, what could have improved and what went well. Then we all brainstorm on how to make next week better. The staff are really loving the improved communication. So to summarize, figure out what profitable services you want to provide, clean up your client list, document and streamline your processes, determine your metrics, automate everything you can, tackle your pricing and include your staff.
Wow, that sounds great, but heck, I'm an accountant. What were your numbers?
With almost 2 years of change under our belt, we have had a 17% year-over-year growth with an average of 65% increase in revenue per client. We have had 2/3 less staff turnover. Clients love it as we have almost tripled the capacity to talk to them about business matters compared to previously and for the same fees. Keep in mind, we are making more profit per client with less staff time. Win-win-win.
Can we set up a meeting with my staff to explain this? I'm ready to go and I'm sure they will be interested too. I have to leave right now, but can we set something up for next week?
You bet. I'll call your office tomorrow and we can set something up. Have a nice day.
Thanks for the coffee and muffin. I'm really excited for you to talk to my staff about more details. See you then.
Bye, Paul.